In an earlier video, I had gone through all the work I had to do to put this old Austro Daimler road bike back on the streets. My boy wanted me to ride with him. So we've been out riding a few times. One of our favorite places to go, at least mine, because mine's a road bike, not a, mountain bike like his, is along a riverway through our valley. It's a pretty popular place for people to go for walks or jogging or riding on a bicycle. The trailway along that river in our valley is over 40 miles long, nearly 50. And we've gone down there quite a few times, and I really like it because it's got smooth surfaces, which is what this old road bike requires. But I noticed there's a lot of unsavory looking characters along that riverway, and I didn't really feel comfortable a couple of times. Of course, I'm on a bicycle, maybe I could speed up and get away, but you don't always see these kind of bad things coming. So I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I was able to pick up this little bag here that goes on my bike, and I thought, well, I can put a firearm in there in case I were to need it. So I have a few firearms I decided to try. The dimensions of this particular bag, little zipper right here, so it's very easy and fast to open. But the dimensions of this bag don't allow me to carry my favorite firearm, which is a full-size 1911. As you can see, it won't really fit. So then I thought, okay, I have some revolvers. I have some small revolvers that would fit in there, but the caliber of the revolver was smaller than I wanted. Here's my Ruger GP100, which doesn't really fit in here either. So as you can see, it's sort of problematic. And I have a Llama Minimax 45, which I put on a Pair Ordnance government frame that I had to shorten the dust cover here so it fit. Usually these slides are put on smaller frames, but the problem with that is I felt like I'm so used to the feel of the government frame that I wanted to put this smaller slide on a government frame. So that's what I did here. And this one does fit in there, as you can see, and it's easy to remove. I can get it out pretty quickly, but it does have the problem of the possible snag points on my grip safety and my hammer. So I didn't really like that one as much as I thought I would. And I have my Beretta Model 81, which is 32 ACP, which fits in here really nicely. In fact, I can put it in two different ways in here, and it's easy to take out, which I may end up carrying in here. But it's a 32 ACP. I was wanting a bigger, more powerful caliber if I could. And then I tried my Pair Ordnance P1045, which is the same thing. I've got the smaller slide on the government frame for the same reasons I mentioned before, because I'm very used to using this frame size. It feels good in my hand, and that's what I'm used to. And that fits in there nicely. It goes in either way, so that would work. But this has the snag points on it, which might give me some problems, so I'm not opposed to putting this one in there, but it does have that problem. You'll notice it doesn't have sights on it. I wasn't intending on putting sights on this, although if I do, they'd just be those little low profile, standard GI style of sights. Or I may end up machining something and put in here just to fill that in. But anyways, the reason I didn't want sights was because of the snag issue. So this one would be a possibility. It is kind of heavy though, especially with a loaded magazine. This is a fairly heavy firearm. So then I went and got my Smith & Wesson 40, and I noticed that it doesn't really have the snag points, and it's significantly lighter. So it'll fit in this way or this way. Wait a minute. There we go. And zips right up there, and it's not very heavy. So I'm thinking that either that P1045 from Para Ordnance, which I put on the government frame, it's kind of heavy, that fits in there nicely, or the Smith & Wesson 40, which fits in there and it's not quite as heavy. So it'd be either one of those. I'd probably end up choosing to carry on my road bike. So this one's a little bit lighter, so I may for now end up with this one. Like I say, I have other pistols that would fit in here really easily, but the problem is they're smaller calibers, like 32 and 25 and 22. This is a 40. It's a high pressure cartridge, and it may end up being the one that I decide to use. So riding a bicycle is fun, and if you're able to see something coming, you could probably get away because you're able to go fairly fast on a bicycle. But unfortunately, that's not how everything works, because we usually don't see things coming because we're out minding our own business, and then suddenly we find ourselves in a situation that could be life-threatening. I was able to obtain this bag. I think I got it on Amazon. There are other bags of slightly different dimensions. You may find one that you like better for your bike. So have a good day.